Good afternoon. I'm Mia, and would like to welcome you to the iBUG Apple Workshop, episode number 172, for Saturday, March 28th, 2026. Thank you to those joining us in person this afternoon, and to those of you listening to the recorded playback on the iBUG Today website, podcast, or YouTube channel. The blind community are finding the Apple devices to be useful assistive technology tools in their daily lives, whether at home, at work, or school, or on the go. The accessibility features of the Apple devices have cleared new pathways for the blind to be more productive, consume online content, and stay connected through social media. We have an exciting meeting planned for today. We will first review some upcoming iBUG announcements and some recent Apple news and rumors. Then, Randy will demo the Bitwardon app, and Herbie will demo the App Store app. Finally, we will spend any remaining time to answer general questions you may have. I would now like to turn the meeting over to the iBUG guy, Michael McCulloch. Are you out there? Michael?
Yes. I'm back again. We're all here thanks to the wonderful world of electrons. All right. It is our March iBUG Apple Workshop. And with me today is someone we all love dearly, my co-host for this and other events. It is the one, the only, Miss Sandhya.
Till you makes you stronger, stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes it fighter. What sets even lighter. Doesn't mean I'm over, 'cause you're gone.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was a pretty good imitation. Maybe I'll just start using you to do the intro.
No.
You have a little more sass to it.
Not a fan of Miss Mia. But anyway, I am so glad that all of y'all are here. Thank you for coming. And we have a fun meeting ahead. So let's get started. Shall we start with the icebreaker?
Sure. Yeah, we're going to do around the room introductions like we normally would do. And as you introduce yourself, say your name, where you're zooming in from, and thought would be fun. Think back when you were a little kid. And what we want to know is, did you ever have or play with a slinky? I know some of you are probably not old enough to know what that is. I think they still make them, but yeah. So when you were a kid, yes or no, did you play with a slinky?
This is Sandhya. Can we explain why we're asking him this question?
Go ahead, tell him.
Because at the beginning of March, we had spring forward. Therefore, that's why we're talking about springs.
I should have had my boing boing keyed up.
That's
anyway.
Okay. We can imagine. Okay, let's go. Oh, let me...
This is Herbie. I did play with a slinky when I have a kid, and just for the record, my demo will not sound as sexy as that AI made it sound.
Okay. Welcome, Herbie. Who else we got out there? You'll have to unmute yourselves if you can. Did we get everybody unmuted? I don't think.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead.
All right.
This is Pete. I'm from Florida, and can I borrow her for Friday night?
Okay. Anybody else? Who else is out there?
Joe? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Terry
Yes,
from
thank you.
Arlington Heights, yes.
Welcome, Terry Ann.
And I remember the commercial, too.
Joe from Ontario, Canada, and yeah, I didn't own one, but I played with them, and I remember the commercial.
All right, welcome. Thanks, Joe. Who else we got?
Michelle.
from
Well-
Texas. I also had a nice, shiny slinky. Had lots of fun with it.
All right. Welcome, Michelle.
Sarah in Vermont. And yes.
All right. So, all right. Everybody's a big yes. Thank
Randy.
you.
Robert, College Station, yes.
All right.
Mary Alice from Pennsylvania, yes.
All right.
Marty, Florida.
I think you can go.
All right. Marty came in a little. Anybody that's coming in late, the question, icebreaker question is, did you have or play with a slinky as a kid?
Randy.
No.
I still have mine.
All right. Randy, go ahead.
Yes, I had a metal one, the original.
Okay. And as you introduce yourself, we need you to go back on mute, please. All right. Who's next?
Georgia.
Debbie. Go ahead, Georgia.
Georgia from Michigan. Yes, I had one.
All right.
Long time ago. I'm a senior.
Georgia.
Thanks.
And I heard Cindy.
Debbie.
Or Debbie. Okay, Debbie.
Yes,
Sorry.
Debbie from Georgia. Yes, I had one.
All right. Welcome.
Thank you.
And yes.
Welcome. This is Adi.
Nancy from Arlington. I had one.
Very good. Welcome.
Cynthia from Texas. I had one, and my daughter still had one, and I still play with it.
All right.
Betty from Boulder, Colorado. Yes, had one, definitely.
All right.
The
Welcome,
originals.
Betty. Yeah.
Sharon from New York. Yes.
All right. Welcome, Sharon.
Thank you.
Hi, Mary Linda, Georgia. Yes.
All right. Welcome, Mary Linda. Who else out there?
This is Dee from Southern Illinois. No, we play with clothespins at my house.
Oh, you're the first no. That's awesome. I didn't think we would have one. Okay, welcome, Dee. All right, who else we got?
Susan from Houston.
All right, welcome, Susan. Did you ever play with us?
From Bryan, Texas.
I didn't hear the question.
Okay, yes, Jean. All right, back to Susan. The question, and anybody else that joined us is: did you ever play with a slinky?
Oh, yes.
All right, very good. Welcome. Who else we got out there?
Brian from Ontario, and I've had several slinkies.
All right, double-fisted slinky player. All right, welcome, Brian.
Kristen from the state of New York. Yeah, I had a few, but they didn't last very long each time.
You were extra rough on it. Huh? All right, welcome, Kristen.
This is Jody in New Hampshire, and yes, I had them. I can remember the jingle, and I used to like to have them go down the stairs.
All right, very good.
This is Jake.
Go ahead, Jake.
I had two slinkies. Me and my brother had them, and one was metal, one was plastic. They got broke though.
Okay, very sorry about breaking them. A lot of people break them. You guys are rough on them. All right, anybody else?
Dan from Southern California.
Go ahead, Dan.
No.
No, another no. Okay. Never played with a slinky. All right. There was somebody else came in same time as Dan.
Valencia from Maryland, and yes.
Wow, welcome. Happy birthday.
Marty, and I think, I don't know if you got my answer. I said no.
Okay. Oh, another no.
Yeah, another no.
All in Columbus, yes.
Okay, Paul, welcome.
Elizabeth from Newfoundland, Labrador, and I played with them on the stairs.
Yeah, that's the best place. Could you make it walk up?
I tried.
Everybody tries to make it walk up. Okay, welcome, Elizabeth. Who else? We got... Ooh, go ahead. Deb, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was going to be talking over somebody. Deb from Kansas, yes.
All right, welcome, Deb. Anybody else out there didn't get a chance?
This is Brenda from Tulsa, yes.
Brenda, where were you from again, Brenda?
Tulsa.
Halifax, okay.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Anybody else?
This is Sandhya
Oh my God.
And I had a slinky. I'm not very good at voices. Okay. Yes, I had a slinky and we had no stairs, and I was always very sad about that. So, okay.
All right. Anybody else?
Yes, this is Jeremiah from Stafford, Texas.
Hey, Jeremiah. Did you ever play with a slinky as a kid?
I had both plastic and the metal, and did all I know how to make them go upstairs. Almost got it to do one time.
All right. Yeah, you throw it just right and it'll go. Anybody else that hadn't had a chance to introduce yourself or play with a slinky? All right. Well, let's see. I guess I hadn't had a chance, and of course I've played with many. Michael in Texas, co-hosting today's Apple Workshop. Let's see. Some people mentioned a jingle, one of the early ads. Someone sing me one line from that.
This is Jody.
Jody, go ahead.
It's Slinky, Slinky, fun for a girl and a boy. It's Slinky, Slinky, what a wonderful toy.
All right, Jody. Very good. And for that, you're going to get a $25 gift card. Way to go, Jody. All right. Okay.
Oh, hi, thank you.
And let's see. If anyone can tell me what year the Slinky was invented without going to Google or Chat GPT.
I think it was 1945.
Say your name. Say your name.
Oh, sorry, Brian.
And who's eligible?
Not...
Everybody, Mr. McCulloch?
Yeah, for this part.
Okay, go, Brian.
Yeah, I think it's 1945.
Oh, that's close. Anybody else?
This is Mary Alice.
Mary Alice, go ahead.
1950.
Oh, that's close too. Anybody else? Last chance. One person, one more guess.
Randy.
1937. 1937. Well, the correct year is 1943. So closest was Brian. Brian with 19. I think he said 45, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, Brian
will also get a $25 gift card.
Did you play with it when you were young, Brian? Back then?
Yeah.
In the 60s, yeah.
No, he was saying in the 40s.
Yeah, in 44.
When it first came out. I don't think he was around back then. No. All right. Good try. All right.
I was born after the Slinky was born.
All right, guys. Thanks. All right. Thanks, everybody, for that little fun little sideline. Let's see. We need to see if, was there anybody new coming to the Apple Workshop for the first time today?
Today is my first day. Kristen.
Kristen. And tell me again where you're from, Kristen?
State of New York.
New York. Okay. You don't talk funny.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you.
Oh, I heard that a little bit then. Let's see. What kind of Apple devices do you have?
Quite a few. Apple Watch, iPad, iPhone, and a MacBook.
Wow. Kristen's an Apple fangirl. Well, we're glad to have you here. One other question, Kristen. How did you hear about us? How did you hear about iBUG?
I think originally from New York State Commission for the Blind, but funny thing is I've been needing some help on my MacBook, and my phone yelled at me today, and it said that there was a workshop today at 3:00, and I thought, you know what? I think I need to attend.
Okay. And you'll probably hear us also talk about, we have some other specific Mac training classes too. So, okay, very good. Well, glad to have you. Anybody else, first timer to the Apple Workshop?
I'm a first timer. My name is Michelle. I am from Texas.
Michelle.
I have the Apple Watch, the iPad Pro, just purchased the Mac Mini recently, which I need training on in a very needed way. I'll put it that way. So I got the information from the workforce, and that is why I am on.
All right. Well, very good. Yeah, you are also an Apple fangirl. You got all those things. Well, I'm glad you could be here with us. And yeah, we'll tell you more about how you can get some additional Mac training a little later on. Anybody else? First timer to the Apple Workshop. Okay. Well, certainly glad to have both of you young ladies join us today. Let's see. We want to recognize anybody that had a birthday during the month of March. Still got a couple of days to go, and but anybody in the past days of March.
This is Jody.
Jody.
Yeah, mine was the 23rd.
23rd, yes, ma'am. Anybody else? I know at least two.
This is Jake.
Hey, Jake.
I had a birthday in March 10th.
Okay, welcome or happy birthday, Jake. Anybody else?
Thank you.
This is Valencia. Mine was on the 22nd, and my niece was born on International Women's Day on the 8th.
All right, very good, very good. Anybody else? Any other birthdays?
This is Sandhya.
Sandhya.
We need to recognize our one of our advanced members, Wes Farrell. His birthday, I think, is on the 30th.
Okay, yeah. Wes does some demos for us, goes to conventions for us. Very good. Happy birthday to Wes. Anybody else? Birthday in March? It's your birthday. All right. Well, happy birthday to all of you fine folks, and glad you were born in March. You know what that means? I guess you don't. Anyway, you'll have to find out. All right. Move along. Okay. So now we are going to, have to mute everybody again, I believe, including myself gets muted every time I say that. So we've got, I need to cover some announcements. Upcoming iBUG announcement of upcoming events. So we've got, first I need to tell you again, most of you probably already have heard this. We are right in the middle of our $500 tech shopping spree drawing. And as you know, this is one of our main fundraisers of the year. If you want to be eligible to win that $500 gift card to your choice of Apple, Amazon, Google, any of those stores, then all you have to do is make a donation of $10 for one entry, or you can up your chances with 6 entries for $50. And all the instructions on how to enter, the ways to pay, make payment, and all that kind of good stuff you can find on our website, ibugtoday.org, and we'll be covering that some more again, ibugtoday.org. And right there on the front page, you'll find information about that drawing. Then we've got our book club, Vila Book Club, April 9th. We've got coming up the book that they're currently reading is called Two Strangers in a Pod. No, Two Strangers, just Two Strangers. Two Strangers by Kate White. If you're on the NLS BARD system, the DB number is 126 898 126 898. Still got plenty of time to read through that one. I don't remember how long it is, but you still got plenty of time. So. Then iBUG Unplugged. We've had to move that back a week. Normally it would have been on the first Saturday, but that's Easter weekend, so we are not going to have it that Saturday night. So it'll be on the following Saturday, April 11th. And we got a good one coming up. Unplugged is going to be another of our melodies and memories. And that's going to be coordinated and produced by Pete Lane. Yeah, join Pete, and he told me he's going to be covering music from the movies. All kind of music related to movies. If you've been coming to our movies, you've probably been hearing all the good music-related intro or things he's been doing with the movies that we've been watching. Then on April 12th, the following day, Sunday, April 12th, 4 p.m. Central, we've got the iBUG Cafe. That's Saturday or Sunday afternoon, April 12th. And in the cafe, we're going to be covering, look at there, Facebook, the Facebook app. We're going to do a deep dive session on the Facebook app. So anybody that's having trouble with Facebook or wants to get introduced and started in Facebook, that's a good one to come to. Then we got our regular things, weekly things, bi-weekly things. We've got the iBUG Buzz every Monday night at 7 p.m. Most of our evening events all start at 7 p.m., so I may not say that all the time, but you can pretty much guess it's 7 p.m. Every Friday night, we've got our Friday Night at the Movies, audio described movies every Friday night. Every first and third Thursday is the Trekkie Talk. They're currently watching season 3, so join them for that. I guess we have a first Thursday coming up next week. So that'll be the first one of April. Then something new that we just started a couple of weeks ago, or this past month anyway, during March. And we're calling that one iBUG's Homeland Hangout. We are watching episodes of the Emmy Award-winning series Homeland that came out on Showtime back in, I think, 2011 through 2019, about 8 seasons. We're just plowing our way, watching those audio-described episodes. We watch 2 episodes every second and fourth Wednesday, 7 p.m. Second and fourth Wednesdays. Join us for that. We've gotten through the first 4 episodes now of season 1, so we'll be continuing on throughout the month of April, second, fourth Wednesdays. Android Insight is another event. That's on the third Wednesday of the month, also 7 p.m. Central. We've got Macintalk. That's on the fourth Tuesday of every month. And let's see. No, it's iBUG's Life. We won't have any It's iBUG's Life in April. We do that on the odd months. So that'll be next one will be in May. Of course, Mac Buzz and Mini Buzz happens on every Tuesday afternoon, 5 p.m. Mini Buzz is on, that's the iOS related hardware session. These are just 1-hour sessions. That's the second and fourth Tuesday. And Mac Buzz is on the alternate first and third Tuesday. That's the way that works. So that's all of the things. And of course, we will be back here for the next Apple Workshop, April 25th, I believe is the date for 4th Saturday in April, right back here, 2 p.m. Central Time. All right, that covers all of the upcoming events. I guess, Sandhya, you want to tell people about our iPhone Jumpstart training program?
Yes, of course. All right, so the iBUG Jumpstart Mentoring Program is intended for people that are beginning to learn to use their iPhone, the absolute beginners, like they don't know how to turn on their phone. You know, we've all been there. And so this program is designed for that person. We have an application on our website for the mentee program. And if you are an advanced member and would like to help somebody, we have a mentor application for that. And what you will learn as the mentee, you're going to learn the layout of your iPhone, basic voiceover gestures, and then you're going to learn a couple of apps as well, such as messages and Safari, text messaging, email. So we've got lots of important apps that we think are critical to getting started with your iPhone. And then this is meant to be an introduction. This is not an exhaustive course. You get started, get your feet wet, get some familiarity, and then you will participate in our other trainings to build up your skills and your knowledge. So that's how it is intended. There is definitely a waiting list. I know people are waiting, and we are working as quickly as possible to match you up with our amazing, did I say they're amazing? Amazing volunteers, okay?
Amazing, yes.
They are,
amazing.
I mean, we all, and then just in case for our new people, all of our programs are driven and led by blind volunteers, okay? So we are all doing this because we love what we're doing and want to help other people learn how to use this technology and to have fun. All right, so that's the mentoring program.
Okay, that's for iPhones. And we had a couple of new people mention Macs. And we do have, in addition to the Mac Buzz and the Macintalk that I mentioned a while ago, those are regular monthly sessions that we have. Most of those are all open, like Q&A help sessions. We do have a formal introduction to the Mac training class. That's a 12-week program. It's group training. You do you have course lectures, you have homework assignments, you have study groups. It's almost set up like a college level class. We're currently in the spring semester. It's offered during the regular, coincides with the school season. So the spring class is going on right now. And then the next one in the fall will start up in September. Just send an email to ibugtoday@gmail.com, ibugtoday@gmail.com. If you're interested in getting in on the next class, we'll think there is a waiting list on that one too. So we'll get you on the waiting list for that. And once they usually start registering for that in the August timeframe. So look forward to that one. Okay, let's see. How do you keep track of all this stuff we've been talking about? The number one place is our website, ibugtoday.org. And right there on the front page, there's a link that says Get Involved. And there, that'll take you to a page to fill out a little form, name and email, and you can get on our mailing list. And then you'll get email announcements of all our upcoming events. Usually about 4 or 5 days prior to an event, you'll get an announcement. Also, if you miss a class or miss a training session or any of the sessions, we have those recorded. And you can catch those recordings. We archive those recordings on our website. Also, those are sent out on an RSS feed. So any podcast app that you have, your favorite podcast app, you can do a search for, like iBUG Apple Workshop, for example, this one. And then sitting in your podcast app, you'll have those sitting there waiting for you. We're also on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, and guess what? It's called iBUG Today. There, just do a search for iBUG Today. You'll find that iBUG channel, YouTube channel, and there'll be a number of playlists, one coinciding with each of the different sessions. So that's how you can keep track of what's going on. I guess I should mention we also have a Facebook page. We're on social media with a Facebook page and a Facebook group. If you join the group, a good thing there is you can not only see all the announcements, but also if you got to have a question come up in between all our training sessions, you can get those answered there. I'm out of breath. Okay. What else, Sandhya?
Do you want to tell them how many events we have every month?
I'll let you do that. I forget.
Okay, we have 27, guys. 27 events, 27. Sometimes 2 in one day. So we hope that y'all will participate. I think there's something hopefully for everybody. So look forward to seeing you soon on these calls.
All right. Well, with that, I think that takes care of the iBUG related announcements, but there's more news out there related to Apple. And so we keep track of the Apple news and rumors going on. Actually, we have now a reporter out in California, Miss Vivi. Some of you know her also from our Friday night movie trivia. But I believe she's out there at Apple headquarters. Let's check in, see if Vivi's there with the news for us for March.
That's right, Michael. I'm here at Apple headquarters in Cupertino. Here is a review of the latest Apple news for the month of March. March 2026 was one of Apple's most important months in recent years, marked by a major combination of hardware launches, rapid expansion of artificial intelligence features, and clear signals about the company's future direction. The biggest theme across everything Apple did this month was its transition toward an AI-centered ecosystem, while continuing to strengthen its hardware lineup across all price levels. AI and Apple Intelligence. Apple continued expanding its AI system known as Apple Intelligence, making it more deeply integrated into iPhone, iPad, and Mac. A key software update introduced improvements such as smarter real-time translation, better writing and content tools, and more context-aware assistance across apps. The most significant development was Apple's shift in strategy with Siri. Instead of keeping Siri as a closed assistant, Apple is moving toward turning it into a platform that can connect with multiple AI systems. This means Siri may eventually hand off certain requests to different AI models depending on what the user needs. This is a major philosophical shift for Apple, signaling a move toward flexibility and competition in AI rather than controlling everything internally. Apple is also working on making Siri more conversational and capable of handling complex, multi-step tasks. The goal is to evolve Siri into something closer to modern AI assistants, while still maintaining Apple's focus on privacy and on-device processing. Hardware announcements. March included a large wave of product releases, with Apple introducing updates across iPhone, Mac, and iPad. On the iPhone side, Apple introduced a new lower-cost model positioned as a budget-friendly option with strong performance. It includes a modern chip, a high-quality camera system, and improved durability. Apple is clearly trying to bring more advanced features to a wider audience while maintaining its premium lineup separately. In the Mac lineup, Apple introduced new MacBook Air and MacBook Pro models powered by next-generation chips. These updates focus on faster performance, better graphics, and improved efficiency. The Pro models in particular are aimed at demanding users with significant gains in processing power and capabilities for professional workflows like video editing, coding, and AI tasks. Apple also introduced a new lower-cost MacBook aimed at students and budget users. This reflects a broader strategy to compete more aggressively in the entry-level laptop market while still offering high-end machines for professionals. For iPads, Apple updated the iPad Air with a more powerful chip, increased memory options, and better support for creative tools. The device continues to sit between the standard iPad and the Pro models, appealing to users who want strong performance without the highest price. Apple also refreshed its display lineup with improvements to its professional monitors, focusing on better visuals, sound, and connectivity. Software and ecosystem. Across all devices, Apple is pushing deeper integration between hardware and software. AI features are becoming part of the operating system rather than optional add-ons. This means users will experience smarter suggestions, better automation, and more helpful tools built directly into everyday apps. Apple continues to emphasize privacy as a key differentiator. Many AI features are designed to run on-device or in a secure way, rather than relying entirely on cloud processing. Another important direction is the idea of cross-device workflows. Apple is making it easier for tasks to move seamlessly between iPhone, iPad, and Mac, with AI helping to connect actions across apps and devices. WWDC and future plans. Apple announced that its annual developer conference will take place in June. This event is expected to focus heavily on AI, including a more advanced version of Siri and deeper integration of intelligent features across the operating system. March's announcements appear to be setting the stage for bigger software changes that will be revealed at that event. Future products and rumors. Apple is continuing development of a foldable iPhone, although it is not expected to arrive immediately. The company appears to be taking a cautious approach, likely waiting until the technology meets its standards for durability and user experience. There is also ongoing work on new smart home devices and improvements to Apple's home ecosystem, which may depend heavily on advancements in Siri. Apple TV Plus and services. On the services side, Apple continues to invest in original content. One of its major series has been confirmed to continue with another season that will conclude the story. Apple's strategy remains focused on high-quality, long-term shows, rather than a large volume of content. Services overall continue to be an important part of Apple's business, contributing steady revenue alongside hardware sales. Business and strategy. Apple's overall strategy is becoming clearer. The company is expanding its product lineup in both directions, offering more affordable devices while continuing to push high-end performance for professionals. At the same time, Apple is repositioning itself around AI. Rather than rushing to release experimental features, it is focusing on practical improvements that enhance everyday tasks. The company is also becoming more open by allowing external AI systems to play a role within its ecosystem. The AI Pin. The Humane AI Pin is a small, screenless wearable device designed to replace or reduce dependence on smartphones. Created by the startup Humane Inc., it represents a shift toward ambient, voice-first computing, where artificial intelligence is always available without requiring you to look at a screen. The AI Pin is meant to be worn on clothing, typically attached magnetically to a shirt or jacket. Instead of interacting with apps on a phone, users communicate with the device through voice, touch, and gestures. The idea is to make technology less intrusive and more seamlessly integrated into everyday life. The device is compact and lightweight, roughly the size of a small square badge. It includes 1. A camera and sensors for environmental awareness. 2. A microphone and speaker for voice interaction. 3. A laser projector that can display simple visuals onto your hand. 4. A touch surface for basic controls. 5. A battery system with swappable battery packs. It does not have a traditional screen. Instead, it uses projection and audio as its primary output methods. The AI Pin is powered by cloud-based artificial intelligence. Users interact with it primarily by speaking. It can 1. Answer questions. 2. Summarize information. 3. Translate languages in real time. 4. Send and receive messages. 5. Make phone calls. 6. Provide contextual information based on what it sees. A key feature is its ability to understand context. For example, if you point the device at an object or location, it can identify it and provide relevant information. One of the most distinctive features is the laser ink display. This projects a simple interface onto the user's palm. You can 1. View messages or caller ID. 2. Scroll through options using hand gestures. 3. Interact without needing a physical screen. The projection is minimal and designed to reduce screen dependency rather than replace full displays. The AI Pin runs a custom operating system designed around AI rather than apps. Instead of opening individual applications, users request actions directly from the AI. This system relies heavily on cloud processing, meaning most of the intelligence happens remotely rather than on the device itself. The device connects through a cellular network rather than relying on a smartphone. It functions independently with its own number and data plan. It also uses Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for additional connectivity. The AI pin includes a visible trust light that turns on whenever the camera or sensors are actively recording or analyzing the environment. This is meant to signal to others that the device is in use. Humane emphasized privacy as a core design principle, aiming to make interactions more transparent than traditional smartphones. The device is designed for quick, hands-free interactions such as 1. Asking for directions while walking, 2. Translating conversations on the fly, 3. Summarizing emails or messages, 4. Identifying objects or products, 5. Managing calls and texts without pulling out a phone. The AI pin represents an attempt to move beyond the smartphone era into a more natural, AI-driven computing model. Instead of focusing on apps and screens, it centers on conversation, context, and ambient intelligence. The MacBook Neo. The MacBook Neo is Apple's newly introduced low-cost laptop designed to make the Mac experience more accessible while still maintaining core Apple features and design. It focuses on affordability and simplicity, becoming Apple's cheapest laptop ever, while still offering a premium aluminum build and lightweight design. The device is thin and portable, weighing just a few pounds, and comes in multiple bright color options, giving it a more casual and student-friendly appeal. The computer uses an Apple-designed chip originally developed for iPhones, which delivers solid everyday performance with strong efficiency. This allows it to handle common tasks like browsing, document work, video calls, and light creative tasks while keeping power consumption low and battery life long. It features a 13-inch high-quality display with sharp resolution and good brightness, along with a full keyboard and large trackpad for comfortable use. The system includes a camera, microphones, and speakers designed for clear video calls and media playback, with spatial audio support for a more immersive sound experience. Battery life is designed to last all day on a single charge, supporting extended use without needing to plug in. The laptop also includes modern connectivity such as USB-C ports, wireless networking, and headphone support, though it simplifies or omits some advanced features found in higher-end models. The device runs the latest version of macOS with built-in apps and deep integration with other Apple devices, along with newer AI-driven features that enhance tasks like writing, communication, and organization. Memory and storage are kept modest to maintain the lower price point, making it best suited for general use rather than heavy professional workloads. It is positioned primarily for students, first-time Mac users, and everyday computing needs. Overall, the Neo computer emphasizes a balance of affordability, portability, and essential performance, aiming to bring more users into the Apple ecosystem while simplifying the traditional laptop experience. Finally, the next wave of iPhone emojis reflects a noticeable shift in how new symbols are being designed and selected. Rather than adding large batches of generic icons, the focus is now on expressiveness, specificity, and filling small gaps in how people communicate visually. One of the most talked about additions is the distorted face. This design stands out because it captures a complex emotional state rather than a simple feeling. It represents overwhelm, awkwardness, or a sense of everything is a mess, which aligns closely with how people communicate online today. It is likely to become one of the most widely used new emojis because it conveys nuance that existing faces do not fully capture. Another interesting addition is the fight cloud, inspired by classic cartoon visuals. This symbol represents chaos, conflict, or playful disorder without showing actual violence. It is a good example of how emoji design is leaning into symbolic storytelling rather than literal representation. The inclusion of a ballet dancer adds more representation of performing arts. While there are already dance-related emojis, this one is more specific and culturally distinct, suggesting that future emoji updates may continue to expand into more specialized forms of expression, rather than broad categories. The orca is a notable addition because animal emojis tend to be very popular, especially when they represent well-known or visually distinctive species. The orca fills a gap among marine animals and will likely appeal to users interested in nature, conservation, or simply more variety in animal symbols. A more unusual addition is the hairy creature, often described as a Bigfoot-like figure. This reflects a growing trend of including folklore or mythical elements in emoji sets. It is less about everyday communication and more about humor, storytelling, and internet culture. The trombone adds to the musical instrument category, which has been gradually expanding over time. While it may not become a high-frequency emoji, it contributes to better representation of music and could be useful in niche conversations about performance or education. The landslide is an example of how emojis are being used to represent environmental and natural events. This aligns with a broader trend of including symbols that relate to climate, geography, and real-world phenomena. The treasure chest is a more symbolic addition, likely to be used metaphorically. It can represent value, discovery, hidden potential, or rewards. Emojis like this tend to gain popularity because they can be interpreted in multiple ways, depending on context. Beyond individual icons, one of the most important updates is the expansion of variations. Apple continues to add more skin tone and combination options to existing emojis. This reflects an ongoing effort to make the emoji system more inclusive and customizable, which has become just as important as introducing entirely new symbols. Looking ahead, the pipeline of future emojis suggests a continued emphasis on small but meaningful additions. Items like directional thumbs, everyday objects, and nature-related symbols indicate that emoji development is now focused on refining communication rather than dramatically expanding it. Overall, the upcoming emojis show a mature phase in emoji evolution. Instead of rapid growth, the system is becoming more precise and expressive. The most successful additions are likely to be those that capture complex emotions or versatile ideas, rather than those that simply represent new objects. In simple terms, the direction is clear: fewer emojis, but smarter ones that better match how people actually communicate. And that concludes our review of the latest Apple news for this month. Tell Pete I said, hi, I'm Vivi, reporting from Cupertino, California. Back to you, Michael.
All right, very good. Thank you, Vivi. Wow, sounds like a lot going on this past month. Okay, let's see. We're going to unmute everybody again, see if anybody has questions, comments on any of the news.
This is Herbie.
Yeah, Herbie.
Two quick things. One, Sandhya, how do you feel about being replaced by AI, even if she is reporting from Cupertino? And also, who wants the AI pen? That is so Star Trek communicator-like that... I want one, even if I don't find it useful or not, just because it would be cool to have a communicator.
Definitely. That's so cool. All right. Let's see. I think folks are unmuted, Sandhya.
All right. Everybody is unmuted.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, if you have a question, comment on any of the news, Sharon.
Can you tell? I didn't understand in the beginning when she's talking about the new phone. She mentioned a new, cheaper phone. What is that?
Sandhya, you want to take that?
The new cheaper phone or the cheaper Okay, the cheaper phone is at the E series.
Yeah,
the 17E.
17E.
But that came out before March. I think
that's been out for a while. It's just kind of a summary.
I think maybe you're confusing that. She did say there was a new, cheaper Mac.
No, I heard that, but I thought in the beginning when she's going over the phones, maybe I misunderstood that. I thought she mentioned there was a new, cheaper phone, but maybe I got that wrong.
I mean, there is, but it's been out a couple of months now, several months now.
Okay, thanks.
17E, yeah. Okay, very good. Dan, I think you.
Yeah. Is the AI pen actually out on the market? Can I go down and buy it at the Apple Store?
I don't think so.
And this is Sandhya.
Sandhya, go ahead. You know any more about it?
It's not by Apple. It's by a company called Humane. So it is not technically an Apple product. I mean, it's for us, but it's not by Apple.
Okay, but is it available for purchase now?
I don't know. Maybe so. I don't know. I didn't say. Didn't
really say. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
This is Jody.
Go ahead, Jody.
Is there any price listed yet for what the pen will be or the Neo computer?
The Neo, Herbie, you may know some price points on the Neo Mac. Herbie, yeah.
Pete, $699.
Okay,
and it's already out.
Yeah, that one's already out.
Yeah.
Introductory.
Randy.
How much is it?
I think it's $699.
Oh, okay.
Randy.
Yeah, go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, the base model is $599. That comes with half as much. I think it's only 8 gigs of memory, and the $699 model comes with double the memory and Touch ID. I think those are the main differences.
Okay. Yeah, that seems to what I recall also. Very good. Thanks, Randy and Pete. Who else has a question out there?
This is Sarah.
Go ahead, Sarah.
I was thinking it was a pin. It's a pen.
PIN, pin.
It is a pin. Okay, because that sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, a wearable, like you put it on your, lapel or just mounted kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting versus putting on glasses.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that'll be interesting to check out, find out more about.
And also, I think the emojis are just plumb silly.
Well, you either love them or hate them.
I know. I just don't, the description of and it will be, more, nature loving. And it's like, no, it's a whale.
All right. Okay, who else out there has a comment, question?
Val.
Go ahead, Val.
Just comments. To answer Herbie's question, I'm interested in the AI pen. I think that sounds very cool. I think I'm more interested in that than getting a watch, which might sound weird to people. But I thought they already had ballerina emojis already, but I do like that they're adding them if they weren't there, and performing arts related ones. The distorted face is kind of weird to me. And the Neo Mac sounds cool. And I do remember Vivi saying something about a new phone that just wasn't given by name. So I was curious about that too.
Okay. Don't know. Let's see.
This is Sarah.
Hang on.
I wanted to respond about the phone.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it was the folding phone.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry, I stole it from you, Mary Alice.
That's true. They are continuing to work on the folding phone. So that may be this new phone Sharon was talking about.
This is Sandhya.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is definitely not a cheaper option, let me tell you. So it's going to be thousands of dollars. So.
And tell me again, what was the name of that pin?
AI pin. It's pin. You don't say pin correctly.
AI pin.
Yes, pin.
By Humane?
It's like a pin number, PIN.
Yeah, pin. All right. No wonder they're confused.
Georgia?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it out yet? I'd like one of those. I don't like wearing a watch.
I don't know. We're trying to find out.
Thanks.
Sandhya, the fact that they didn't mention a price or a date, I suggest it's not out. So,
this is Mary Alice. I just asked Alexa. She said it's not coming out until 2027.
Really? Okay. Very good. That conflicts with what I'm getting from ChatGPT, but that's okay. ChatGPT is known to make errors.
So is Alexa. So.
Okay. Any other questions? Deb, go ahead.
Sue, the lower priced phone that I think they're talking about probably is a 17E.
Right.
Yeah.
This is Robert.
Yeah, Robert, go ahead.
Just to clear up a little confusion, the iPhone 17e was announced in March. It did replace the iPhone 16e, and it's the one that uses the iPhone chip. It's a newly designed product, and it's sells it starts at $5.99 is the product.
Okay. So it was announced in March also. Okay, very good. Any other questions, comments, corrections?
This is Sandhya.
Sandhya.
What are directional thumbs?
Directional phones? I'm sure some smart person out there can tell you. Who out there knows what a directional?
Opposable thumbs, but
I think that it's either like thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways.
We don't have that already?
Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't know. Maybe there's another one.
All right, thank you.
I'm not going to say it, but anyway.
We need a hook 'em horns thing, I think.
Imagine where a thumb can go. All right, let's see. We've got, Sandhya, did you have any questions?
Shazadi.
Oh, Shazadi, you still got a question. Go ahead, Shazadi.
Yes, I still have I have a comment. I just like how Apple finally realized it has to open its cloud to other AI models. So I'm actually looking forward to how it's going to process our request and give it to whichever model. And I would like to see how that works out. I'm actually looking very forward to the AI and my folding phone. I'm really waiting for the folding phone. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much.
Brother Michael, this is Jeremiah.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeremiah.
I have a question that I know all you scholars can help me on. I'm not as good as you guys on old 75 plus foggy, and I have the update with my iPhone 16, and I like to do a lot of YouTubing. And when I say, hey Siri, blah, 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 Google up YouTube, it's not letting me actually, it doesn't stay on long enough to do nothing.
Yeah, Jeremiah, questions like that, we've got to hold off to the end of the show if we got time. Otherwise, Monday nights where we really handle all those kind of calls, okay? Or those kind of questions.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
thank you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate you being here. One quick update is somebody was asking about price on the AI pin. Pin.
Yes, pin.
What did I say? I've been saying
Pen. You say it like pen. I know.
That's how you say it in Texas. Pin.
I know. You're in Texas.
It's two syllables. Pin.
Pen. Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Anyway, price $6.99.
Wow.
And subscription required for the AI and the cellular service about $25 a month.
So
it's expensive.
It's supposed to resemble an AirTag, so both of us will have an AirTag.
So if you want to be a Trekkie with an AI pin, it's going to cost you a few bucks. All right.
Okay. This is Sandhya. Ready for the question?
Oh, sorry. Later price changes dropped to $4.99. Oh, anyway, it's all over the place. Then I see another one for $7.99, some kind of bundle or something. But anyway, go look it up. Check out Humane. I guess, I don't know, it's humane.com or humaneinc.com or something. I don't know. Check it out. All right. Sandhya, go ahead. I'm keep interrupting you.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, the is.
Hold on. Before you ask a question, okay, so we're gonna give another door prize. This time, the people that are not eligible are anybody that does any kind of training, facilitating, doing demos for. No, demos don't count. If you're official trainer, mentor, facilitator of any of our meetings, then you're not eligible. I think that's it, right?
And if they've won in the last...
And yes, in the last however many months?
6.
3 months?
6?
3 months, I think it is.
Okay, 3. All right, let's go.
Hold on, Pete's got a comment or question.
Pete?
That wasn't me.
Oh, all right. That was somebody else. Okay.
Sounded like Pete.
All right.
Okay.
On this part, you got to, as soon as you hear the question, say your name, wait to be acknowledged. Don't shout out answers. Okay. Fire away.
All right. Okay. You know I love emoji. So, what is expected to be the most popular emoji?
Audio now. This is Rita.
Rita.
The face that has the multiple views. The one that's, got different expressions all in one.
Okay.
Does that make it?
It's kind of close.
It's okay. You can move on to somebody. I'm good.
Marty.
I'm good.
Marty? Yeah, I don't know. Miss Marty, what do you got?
Wait, didn't Marty have a good one recently?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That the word. I mean, they had a specific word that I'm looking for.
Pat.
Pat. Okay, wait. Did Marty answer? What was your answer, Marty?
I said the whale.
No. Okay. Now, Pat.
Disgruntled face.
Oh.
Yeah. Kristen.
This is Dan.
Hang on. Okay, where are we? Okay, remember, all of you guys have not won anything in the last 3 months. Okay.
I heard Kristen.
Oh, Kristen. Okay.
Kristen, it was I think they described it as a distraught face.
Oh.
Don't know that.
Okay, they're all over the place on this one.
They're all
Betty?
over it, but not the
right word.
Yeah.
Go, Cynthia.
Betty, maybe?
Hang on. I think Dan.
Oh,
Dan was in there next.
Go, Dan.
Dan, distorted face.
Thank you.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Dan.
Isn't that distraught and disgruntled at the same time?
Yeah. Well, distorted is the word. Way to go, Dan.
All right, Dan.
Do I get a prize?
You also get a $25 e-gift card. So everybody that's won an e-gift card today, if we don't have your email, I think probably Brian. Yeah, we got Brian's, right?
Yeah.
And Dan, I'm not sure if we got.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so we got everybody's email. So we'll be sending you via email a $25 Amazon gift card.
All right. Okay. Now, can we move along?
We will move right along. It's time for some demos. We need to put everybody on mute.
Time was 3 or 4 p.m.
All right. So we've got a couple of demos, starting out with Randy. Randy, I think it's self-contained. We can, oh man, what's wrong with my connection here? Okay, so Randy's going to be talking.
Yeah, he's a co-host. Go ahead, Randy.
Randy, you got some introductory comments you want to say on your demo of the?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I want to say is that the demo speaks for itself, but I do want to make some comments, no more than a couple of minutes, and then take questions if anyone has any answers. But there's some information I want to add at the very end.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, we will start the demo now.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on.
Hi y'all, this is Randy, and today we're going to be talking about Bitwardon. It's a vault. It works much like the password app and keychain work together on your iPhone to keep everything safe and secure. And with Apple's iCloud, all of that is synced across all your other Apple portables and Macs. And that gives you the ability to manage and access it from any one of those locations. But if you want to tread outside the Apple ecosystem, well, then things become limited and not so convenient, especially if that's what you want to do. But if you have a Bitwarden vault set up where you've imported your passwords, you've added your contact information for autofill, and you've added credit card information for those online purchases, then you're in luck. Because whether you're in Apple or outside on a desktop or portable that supports Windows or Android or even Linux, then all you need to do is download your Bitwarden Vault to any one of those devices and you have access to it all anytime and anywhere. It's easy, it's convenient, it's voice-over accessible, and I'm going to show you how to get it going. All right, setting up the Bitwarden Vault on your iPhone is really easy. There's a handful of steps and maybe it should take 10 minutes. The first step is to download the app from the App Store, which we're going to do now. Open Bitwarden.
Doesn't look like you have an app named Bitwarden. You can search for it in the App Store.
And we'll do that with the link provided.
Search the App Store button. App Store, Bitwarden Password Manager. Secure your digital life. 4.5 stars, 25K rating.
All right, I'm going to re-download because I've had it on here before, but it's not on here right now.
Re-download. Preparing to download.
All right.
80% open button.
That was quick. Open.
Bitwarden. Save logins, cards, and identities to your secure vault. Bitwarden uses zero-knowledge, end-to-end encryption to protect what's important to you.
The next thing we're going to do is flick past this text till we get to the Create button.
Save logins, create account button. Cancel button.
Okay.
Cancel, create account, name, text field. Insertion point at end, dictate.
Randy.
Inserted Randy.
Next, it's going to ask for an email address, which I've already put in, so we're going to go past that.
Email address, creating on bitwarden.com button.
You heard it say creating on bitwarden.com button. That means there's a choice there. If you double tap that, you'll have an option to put it on their EDU server or even your own server. So we're going to flick past that and we'll find the
switch button, continue button.
Then we're going to flick past that.
By continuing, you agree to the terms of service, link, and privacy policy, link.
Let's go back to the continue button and activate that.
Continue button.
All right, that took us to this page.
Create account, heading.
We're going to flick past that.
Check your email. We sent an email to. Select the link in the email to verify your email address and continue creating your account. Open email app button.
And it even gives you a link to get right to email, and that's what we'll do next. So I'm double tapping on that button.
Open email, mail, mailboxes, back button, all inboxes, select, more, updated just, unread, Bitwarden, verify your email, 2 p.m., updates.
There we go.
Verify your email.
Open that.
Summarize, one message, message content. If you did not request this, verify your email address below to finish, verify email, link.
Double tap that.
Actions available.
After confirming the email, it takes us back to the setup process to continue creating the account. And now we're at this section where it wants us to
choose your master password. Choose a unique and strong password to keep your information safe. What makes a password strong? Learn more button.
Let's check that out.
Master password help, heading, a secure, memorable password. One of the best ways to create a secure and memorable password is to use a passphrase. Here's how. Choose 3 or 4 random words. 1. Pick 3 or 4 random, unrelated words that you can easily remember. Think of objects, places, or things you like. Combine those words together. 2. Put the words together in any order to form your passphrase. Use hyphens, spaces, or leave them as one long word. Your choice. Make it yours. 3. Add a number or symbol to make it even stronger. Now you have a unique, secure, and memorable passphrase.
All right, we're back at the previous page where I've entered in my master password and again for verification, and now it's asking me the following question.
Save password. Securely store your password so it's filled automatically the next time you need it. Not now. Button. Save. Button.
This is good to do this the first time around creating your account, so it will be in your passwords app on your iPhone. So that's a good place to have this password to start. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Save. Button. Master password. Cancel. Button. Continue. Button.
Let's continue.
Continue. Unlock with Face ID. Switch button. Off.
Now it's giving us the ability that the next time we come into Bitwarden on our Apple device, we can use Face ID, and we, of course, will choose that.
Unlock with Face ID. Switch button. Off. Off. Alert. Do you want to allow Bitwarden to use Face ID?
Definitely.
Use Face ID to unlock your vault. Don't allow. Button. Allow. Button. Unlock with PIN code. Switch button. Off.
Since we're on this screen, we don't want to use the PIN code. It's already verified my Face ID, so we're going to pass that and continue.
Continue. Account setup. Back button.
We're almost done here because now it took us to the page where it's giving us the ability to turn on autofill. So let's hear this.
Turn on autofill. Use autofill to log into your accounts with a single tap. 1. From your device settings. Toggle on autofill passwords and passkeys. 2. Toggle off iCloud keychain to make Bitwarden your default autofill source. 3. Toggle on Bitwarden to use your saved passwords to log into your accounts. Need help? Check out autofill help link.
So as you can see, we're now at the point where it's giving us the final steps of the setup, and that's where we're going to go. So
button. Turn on later. Button. Continue. Button.
Double tapping on that continue button took us right to our autofill under general settings on our iPhone. And it said to turn autofill on and to turn off iPhone keychain and password and to toggle on Bitwarden. Let's see how that goes.
Autofill and passwords. Heading. Autofill passwords and passkeys. Switch button. On.
Well, that's already on.
Automatically suggest passwords. Passkeys. Okay. And autofill from. Heading. Passwords. Passkeys, passwords, and codes. Switch button, on.
Well, it doesn't say anything about that keychain, but I'm sure that's what it's talking about because that's turned on. So we're going to toggle that off.
Off.
I'm going to flick right once.
Bitwarden, passkeys, passwords, and codes. Switch button, off.
So to turn that on, let's toggle that on.
Master, use the lock button.
Okay, got Face ID working that time. And so let's see where it took us next.
Account setup. Heading. Autofill. Image. You're all set. You can now use autofill to log into apps and websites using your saved passwords. Now, you can explore everything else Bitwarden has to offer. Continue to Bitwarden.
All right, let's go there, see where that takes us.
Back to setting. Continue to Bitwarden. Button.
Here we go.
Continue to Bitwarden. Button. Master password. Use the alert. Allow automatic syncing. Bitwarden keeps your vault automatically synced by using push notifications. For the best possible experience, please select allow on the following prompt when asked to allow push notifications.
All right.
Okay, got it. Button. Alert. Bitwarden would like to send you notifications.
Sure, why not? At least for the beginning, I could always turn them off.
Notifications may include alerts. Don't allow, but allow. Bitwarden. The vault protects more than just your passwords. Store secure logins, IDs, cards, and notes securely here.
At this point, the Bitwarden vault is set up on the iPhone, and so now we should probably start adding some things to it. Let's start with passwords. Open passwords.
Use the lock button. Passwords.
Now we're going to go to the top of the screen, find the More button.
More button.
Double tap.
Generated password.
Now we're going to go down to the bottom of the screen to find another button.
Dismiss context. Export data to another app. Button.
We're going to do that.
Cancel button.
Now we're going to have a choice of which passwords on our phone we want to export. I'm going to choose all of them for the sake of efficiency here.
Select all button.
Double tap that.
Select all.
Now we're going to continue.
Cancel. 92 selected. Heading.
92. I didn't know I had that many accounts. Flick right one more time.
Continue button.
Continue. So we're going to read this screen and see what it has to say.
You can export your passwords, passkeys, and verification codes between password management apps. Choose destination app. Your items are securely transferred to the app you choose. Exported items are not deleted. Items you export to another app are not automatically deleted. Continue button.
And that's a good point to remember, because even if you delete your Bitwarden vault off your phone altogether, your passwords still stay on your password app. Nothing changes. You can still use your iPhone as you always did. The only thing that would change after you deleted your Bitwarden vault was if you went back to settings, general, and autofill, Bitwarden wouldn't be there anymore. And the other choice that's there, and it's probably already turned on, is the passwords that are coming from your iPhone. We'll now continue that process now that we have our password selected.
Use the lock button. Double click to continue. Bitwarden compatible apps. Choose an app you trust to receive your login information. The app you choose will have full access to your exported data.
Here we go.
Compatible apps. Heading. Bitwarden.
There's only one there, so I'm going to double tap that.
Selected. Bitwarden.
Flick right.
Continue. Button.
Continue.
Export 92 items to Bitwarden. Heading.
It wants to confirm.
Bitwarden will receive your login information for opening double quotation mark Americ. Continue in Bitwarden. Button.
Let's go.
Use the lock button. Double click to continue. Import passwords, passkeys, credit cards, and any personal identity information from another password manager. Continue button.
It has now taken me to my account screen on Bitwarden, so let's just explore this a little bit. So here we are.
My Vault, heading, account, button, search, add, button, types, 5 items, heading.
So there are 5 types of items that you can store in your vault, and we'll go through them.
Login, 91, button.
So yes, I imported 91 of my passwords from the password manager, so they're here.
Card, 0, button.
If I want to add a credit card or 2 for purchases, I can put that information here and it'll be secure.
Identity, 0, button.
I could add in my contact information for address and everything else I need for filling in those types of information.
Secure node, 0, button.
I could store some secure notes in here if I want.
SSH key, 0, button.
An SSH key is a special type of authentication depending on certain servers require this. If you're in this situation, then you'll know what this is and you'll know what you'll need to do. Let's take a look at the 4 tabs at the bottom of this account screen.
Selected, My Vault, tab.
So the first one is the vault, and we explored most of that screen. Let's go to the next one.
Send, tab, 2 of 4.
Send. This is an option where it gives you the ability to send information securely to others that's encrypted. Go to the next one.
Generator, tab, 3 of 4.
Generator allows you to generate your own random passwords you may want to use for new logins. That's convenient.
Settings, tab.
And settings. We're going to go into that a little bit just to see what the options are. And we're not going to go into any detail, but just to give you an overflow of what's in there. So I'm going to double tap on settings. We're at the settings screen right now, and there's a few items. We'll just go through them briefly.
Settings, account security, button.
Account security allows you to change your security settings. For example, if you want to add 2-factor authentication, it's actually going to send you directly to the website to log in to do that, because you can't do that kind of stuff within the app. Next one.
Autofill, button.
Autofill settings, we've already done most of that when we originally set the app up, but you can go in there and see what other options there are.
Vault, button.
The vault, when you go in here, you actually have the ability to export the vault elsewhere if you need to, or import other items into the vault. I haven't explored exporting it, but it's an option.
Appearance, button.
Appearance, I'm not too worried about what it looks like.
Other, button.
Other gives you some other interesting things you could do with your information in the vault, and you'll just go look through that and see what it does. And then finally,
About, button.
About is just your typical About screen, but it does have an interesting option, which means if you have a problem using the app for some reason, they actually have a recorder that you can turn on within About and then send it off to them, and they'll take a look at it. That's pretty cool the way they lay that out. So now let's go back to our account.
Tab bar, My Vault, tab, selected, My Vault.
And that is the process of setting up Bitwarden, importing your passwords, and there's so much more this app can do. Just take time to explore it. The following 3-minute YouTube audio clip is from a Cyber News review of Bitwarden about 5 years ago. Even so, its overall description of Bitwarden, its features, and available plans is still relevant today.
In the face of rising cybercrime risks, it's no secret that a password manager can be the answer to protect and tightly secure your online data. However, when you're faced with a mountain of options, nobody's got the time to jump from website to website trying to narrow down what's right. That's why today we'll jump right into reviewing the open source password manager named Bitwarden. So first and foremost, if you're looking at password managers, you must have some form of concern for the level of online safety you practice. You can rest assured that Bitwarden provides a high example as a secure password manager. I mentioned that it's open source, which means full transparency when it comes to their code. It uses military-grade encryption to store all the passwords in a digital vault. Not to mention your email and master password are only kept as hashes. But to answer the most valuable question put to any password manager, is it safe? Yes, Bitwarden is safe. In fact, it's one of the safest password managers on the planet and beyond, assuming aliens use password managers. With their source code being freely available, this leaves them open to public scrutiny and helps them to fix any security issues that might be discovered. As long as your master password is unique and strong enough, using Bitwarden, it's almost like having the Hulk as your password protector, except green isn't their signature colour. So when it comes down to the plans, Bitwarden offers a free plan, a premium features plan, family sharing plan, and then a number of business plans too. So what exactly does that entail? Well, with the free plan, there are 4 top features worth noting. Not to mention, with this plan, you can sync all of your devices and gain access to all of Bitwarden's apps. Now, looking at the premium features plan, it's a walk in the park compared to the prices some other password managers are charging. But the biggest downfall with the free and premium plan is that you're limited to a cap of 1 user. Despite this, a few premium features do jump out. For one, the upgrade to 1 GB of personal storage is undeniably handy, not to mention the health reports, which offer a variety of valuable information such as password reusing reports, unsecure website reports, and even breach database reports. Although the premium version isn't hugely different from the free, it installs in a similar number of standard devices and unlocks a couple of more sophisticated features. Considering the price, it won't really break the bank if you do decide to upgrade. It has the most popular desktop and mobile platforms, including browser extensions. You can even access your Vault directly from their website. With the mobile app, you'll find polished mobile themes and have the option of customizing the user interface as you wish. Now, like many password managers, Bitwarden's customer service will be reliant on what plan you decide to opt for. This is one of the cases where free users might be a little let down. However, premium users can expect priority support. And if in doubt, they have a reliable community forum where developers themselves have even been known to drop by and spread some wisdom. To sum it up, Bitwarden really does just what it says on the tin. And with only a handful of trustworthy open source password managers available these days, it's a pretty unique service. Having access to the basic features of a password manager for free or opting for the premium plan, which is well worth it considering its price. Bitwarden is definitely a great choice as a password manager. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
I want to finish by making a couple of points. If you followed me through the steps of installing Bitwarden, you heard how simple it was. It guided me through every step of the way. I didn't have to think once about what I needed to do next. Even when I needed to go to autofill on my iPhone settings, it took me there. And then when I enabled Bitwarden autofill, it sent me right back to continue setup through completion. I thought the process was amazing. A lot of design consideration made the flow of installing Bitwarden with all of its steps along the way relatively simple, and I think that's commendable. And this version of Bitwarden that allows you to download your vault on an unlimited number of supported desktops and portable is free. It's always been free. And Bitwarden, that's been around for just under 10 years, says free will never be anything less. Bitwarden does have paid tiers that go all the way up to enterprise, but most people will do fine with just this free version. You may be wondering about competitors. There are some notables, including LastPass and OnePass. LastPass is free for one platform, desktops or portables. Choose one and pay for the other. OnePass has a free trial, and when that's over, you pay. Terms may change, so check now and then. And one final note. If you've installed Bitwarden and loaded the vault with your credentials, then your experience of logging into apps and websites on your phone should essentially be the same as it always been. And as I mentioned during setup, if for some reason you decide you don't like Bitwarden on your iPhone, just delete the app and everything will revert to the way it has always been. And if that's all you do, you've lost nothing, because you'll still have your vault to download on any supported platform as long as you don't delete your account. And that is Bitwarden.
All right, very cool, Randy. Great little demo there. Randy, you want to go ahead and say those couple extra things you wanted to before we unmute everybody?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hear you good.
So what I want to say is installing Bitwarden on your iPhone is just a part of a bigger picture. And the bigger picture is the first question you'd ask, is my workday, my workflow entirely within the Apple ecosystem? If you don't have to think about it and the answer is yes, that's all I use, then you don't need Bitwarden. But if you do use other platforms outside of Apple where you want access to your passwords and you may not have access to your iPhone or an iPad, or then a Bitwarden account may be something to think about. And the thing is, and as I was saying, if you do install Bitwarden on, one way you can think of it is that you're using your iPhone to set up Bitwarden because it's so easy, as you saw through my presentation, that you can use that vehicle to create your vault. Then you can delete the Bitwarden app off your phone, and now you have your vault in the event somewhere outside of the Apple world you're going to need your information. So that's the bigger picture. You're just using the Apple iPhone as a vehicle to set up your vault in the first place. And then you don't even have to keep it on your phone anymore. Just have it available anywhere else. That's all I wanted to say about that.
All right, very good. Okay, well, I'm going to set it up where everybody can unmute themselves. Randy, you'll have to come back and mute yourself also.
Okay.
This is
All right.
Marty.
Go ahead, Marty.
First of all, Randy, I like that bumper music. Do you have any idea of the cost of some of the premium services?
Yeah, Randy.
Go ahead, Randy.
The, okay, so there are a couple. The next one up is the premium plan. That's for one person. That's like literally, it's weird, $1.64 a month. I don't know why they had the weird $19 a year. That one just gives you some security level. I think you can use some other security, two-factor authentication. You could do something with notes. And then you have a family plan. When it starts bumping up, it's like $3.99. That's 6 people, but you get a lot of extra security and things you can do with. That's where you really kind of get more of the premium benefits of the $3.99 a month up to 6 people. And then they have like enterprise level, they go all up to like $100 a month. But I think if you're not doing too much, the free plan does work as it is.
Thanks.
This is Dan.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, Randy. Let's say that after someone sets up the account and establishes Bitwarden, when you go to log into I don't know, somebody's website and it says put in your password, how do you handle that with Bitwarden?
So if you're talking outside of the Apple world, the best way to accomplish this is you're going to be downloading or installing the Bitwarden extension on whatever browser you're using, and most of the browsers support Bitwarden. So if you know how an extension works, you typically the browser, the manufacturer, they'll have a store where you can download apps as well as extensions. You're going to look for the extension for Bitwarden. And so what happens is your extension kind of works like a little mini version of Bitwarden. You go in there, you can say how turn it on. You can even give it a timeout, which is the same thing you can do on the main app. You can it defaults to 15 minutes, but you can set it anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes and then never. And what happens is when you're logged into your extension, then it's active for the browser session that you're currently in. Just go whatever tab you need to log into that location you need to log into. And just know that when you close the browser or the timeout expires, you're going to have to. It's going to ask for your credentials again. Did that answer your question?
Well, sort of. It gets kind of complicated. But okay, let's say that you set up the extension, and then how do you log in with the password?
You go into the extension manager of the browser that you have it on, and it can be like a mini. It's not as complicated as the app itself. You just can go in there and authenticate yourself, and then it'll be live for whatever session you have it set for. Once you log in with using the extension manager, then you're good to go. You'll be able to use you should be able to use autofill OK on the accounts. While you're logged into your Bitwarden extension, you should, when you go to the password field, you should see like a little pop up or something. Use whatever your credential is for that particular log website.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we've got time for another question. Anybody have a question for Randy on Bitwarden app? Okay, well, very good. Thanks, Randy. Great demo. Appreciate that. Sounds like a pretty useful tool if you're having to go outside of the Apple world.
Sandhya.
Needing access to passwords, etc. Sandhya, yeah.
Real quick, just wanted to acknowledge Pete Blaine for helping with the editing on that. Thank you so much.
And the music. And the
And
music, of
Randy
course.
did a lot of hard work, and we appreciate you stepping forward and doing this demo for us. So thank you.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Definitely, Pete's always a good resource.
Did you say mushroom soup?
Helping out. So, all right, we got somebody who's got a open mic, sounds like. All right, we're going to now, you know what I forgot to do during our mid-break last time? Anybody new that has logged or come on to our Zoom meeting, we want to acknowledge you. If you just want to introduce yourself, say your name, where you're from.
Linda from Humble, Texas.
Welcome, Linda.
Ohio.
Welcome, Pat.
Greg in Texas.
Welcome, Greg.
Can you see how much power I have on this?
Betty, you keep unmuting yourself.
Helene from Woodstock, New York.
Hey, Helene, welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you, Sandhya.
Anybody else?
Rosetta Stone from Conyers, Georgia.
There she is. Welcome, Miss Rosetta.
Thank you.
Who else?
Dale Zalesnik from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey, Dale, welcome back.
Thank you.
Gloria from Houston.
Hello, Miss Gloria.
Hello.
Anybody else? All right, we're going to put everybody back on mute. We've got another great demo to share with you. Herbie's going to be doing this one. Herbie, you got any introductory comments, or is it all in your...
Well, I'll just say quickly that you got a taste of how to navigate it from Randy's demo earlier, if you were paying attention. I'm going to be talking about the App Store on your iPhone. I should have used the Zoom app, because I know we have some people calling in, so maybe, but now you'll know how to at least use the App Store to find it and other apps on your phone, and learn also what other things the App Store you can do on there besides just downloading apps. So... go ahead and roll the tape.
All right, let me get everybody muted.
You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. And you know you're the one who can put out.
So when you want to get apps for your phone, whether they be free, paid, or if you want to get app updates, then you need the App Store. I am going to show you how to use the App Store today. We're going to go over installing apps. We're going to take a look at updates. We'll take a look at things such as how to determine if something is free or paid, and learning how to get descriptions, and a whole lot more. First of all, it's important that you are signed into your Apple account. So if you've not done that, well, that might be a whole nother lesson in itself, but you should definitely go into settings and make sure that you are logged into your account with the iPhone with the Apple ID and all that type of thing. And if not, then make sure you create a free account, as you will need one to be able to use the App Store. As with most apps, it's always a good idea to see what is in the settings, if anything. And indeed, there is with the App Store. So just a reminder to get to settings. You can either find it on your phone or use Siri to open settings. Do a 4-finger single tap to go to the bottom of the screen, which will take you to search. Swipe to the left once to apps, double tap that, and you will find the App Store under the letter A, so you don't have to swipe down too much. You can also get to the App Store settings by going to the App Store, and under My Account, which is towards the top of the screen, there is an option for App Store settings at the very bottom of your screen. Okay, what do we get when we open App Store?
Allow App Store to access. Heading.
Allow App Store to access. This is your typical settings.
Location. While using, button.
Do you want App Store to be able to access your location? I do not need it to access it all the time, only when I have the App Store open.
Apple Intelligence and Siri, button. Search, button. Notifications. Immediate announce button.
When do you want App Store notifications? Do you want to get them immediately? They don't really send too much in the way of notifications, so I leave that as immediate and I don't include them in summaries or whatever.
Cellular data switch button on.
And what about cellular data? Do you want to be able to download your apps over cellular data? And if you don't want it to use cellular data, if you want to change notifications, you would double tap the option and that would change things. I've gone over that in the previous workshop demos, so I'm not going to rehash that here. The one on notifications might be a big help if you are unclear on what to do in that part of the screen.
App downloads. Automatically install free and paid apps purchased on other devices. Switch button on.
If you have other devices that are logged into the same Apple account and you use them to purchase an app, do you want the iPhone one to download here? I do, but again, you can customize this to how you want.
App updates. Automatically install new app updates. Switch button on.
All right, it's always the million-dollar question. Should I have my apps automatically update or not? I really don't want to have to constantly worry about whether they update or not, so I just let them do it and I'll worry about any inaccessibilities as they crop up. Can that be annoying? Well, more often than not, it actually isn't. But yes, you do occasionally get things that you'll get surprised about. Anybody used Facebook lately noticed a missing back button? But you just gotta go with the flow, if you know how to, that is. And if you are not comfortable with worrying about such things, then definitely have this disabled, and then you can manually update your apps. And don't worry, we will talk about how to do that as well.
In-app content. Automatically run apps in the background to download content before you first launch them. Switch button on.
So some apps have offline content, and this will allow the apps to download them before you even open the app.
Cellular data heading. Automatic downloads. Switch button on.
So do you want certain things to work on cellular data?
App downloads. Always allow button. Allow all apps to download automatically using cellular data. When roaming, permission to download is always required.
Roaming, of course, is if you are, let's say, in another country or on a completely weird cellular tower that it recognizes as out of network.
Video autoplay. Off button. Your accessibility settings for motion have turned off this feature. You can turn it on again if you want.
To make the phone work better, I have reduced motion on, and so I think that affects the video autoplay, so we're not going to worry about that, and I don't need it on anyway.
In-app ratings and reviews. Switch button off.
Oh, I am not a big fan. I realize why apps want you to do this. Of course, what it is you'll get a little pop-up notification saying, "How do you rate this app? Give us some stars." And you can rate it between 1 and 5 and submit a review. Okay, I'm saying it more dramatically than it does, but it feels that way. Especially with TuneIn. Oh, it was a constant wanting you to rate it. It was, let's just say I felt like it had insecurity issues. But anyway, who doesn't? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, you can turn that off here so it doesn't ask you as much.
Help developers and other users know what you think by letting apps ask for product feedback. Offload unused apps. Switch button on.
This can be a space-saving tool. And what this does is apps that you've not used in a while, it will automatically delete from your phone. Now, you still have access to the app in your app library. You can also re-download it from the App Store, but this just removes it from your phone, but it does not remove your full access to the app.
Automatically remove unused apps, but keep all documents and data. Reinstalling the app will place back your data if the app is still available in the App Store. Privacy heading. See how your data is managed button. Personalized recommendations button. Reset identifier button. Reset the identifier used to report App Store usage statistics to Apple.
And that's it for the settings. I don't really do much with the personalized notifications and all that type of thing. Okay, how about we move along now to the App Store itself? I should mention here, once we get to the App Store, there's going to be a lot of different things that we can explore. I'm going to try to focus on at least what I think are going to be the most important. but I'll try to explain other things as we go along as well. Okay, so we are now actually in the App Store itself.
Today.
So that's just letting us know where we're at, the Today part of the App Store.
My account button.
This is a more important button, and this is going to get you to things such as account settings, updates, things like that.
Happening now. Special event. Celebrate PUBG Mobile's 8th anniversary. Unlock new looks in this birthday bash. Heading. PUBG Mobile. Top Battle Royale mobile game button. Get in-app purchases button.
With apps, there are free apps, there are paid apps, and then there are apps that have in-app purchases. Most apps these days tend to go towards the in-app purchases. So what that means is the app itself is completely free. You don't pay a single dime for it. But within the app, there is either a premium feature or a subscription service that you have to sign up for, and that is what's not free. And so when you see the term in-app purchases, that's what that means, that there are things to purchase within the app. And it may not even be something subscription-based. It may be extra things. You know, certain games, for instance, might have like certain levels you can buy, various things. But the idea is, like I said, the app itself is free, but there are things to purchase within the app. So this Pug mobile thing that it's advertising, it is a free app. I can download it, but if I want to use certain things within it, or maybe the whole app itself, I'll have to pay them.
Advertisement. Advertisement. Open button. Now available. Just for fun. Easter egg hunt with Bluey, new springtime surprises for kids. Heading.
Most of these apps are probably not going to be accessible. Yes, I might be guilty of judging here, but a lot of these are visual type games that are not necessarily designed for the blind. So I really don't pay attention to this particular screen, honestly. Let's take a look at the bottom of our screen because we got some things here that we need to look at. So I'm going to do a one finger single tap on the bottom left.
Tab bar. Selected. Today. Tab. 1 of 5.
So this is the Today tab. Notice it's saying selected, so that means that's what we're pointed to.
Games. Tab. 2 of 5. Apps. Tab. 3 of 5. Arcade. Tab. 4 of 5. Search. Tab. 6 of 5.
And 6 of 5. I don't know where the 5th tab got to, but yeah, that's how it goes. We have 6 of 5 tabs. Yeah, there's something not working mathematically here, but the main categories we are concerned with is the Today tab, because that's where we get to my account, and the Search tab. And this is where we can look for an app.
Selected. Search. My account. Button. Games. Apps. Stories. And more. Search field.
And there is our search field. So now I can type in anything that I want.
Suggested. Button. Heading.
I can also look at suggestions.
Advertisement. Instagram videos. Creators.
And it will even give you advertisements for apps that you already have. As evidenced by the fact that if I swipe to the right one more time.
Open. Button.
I have an open button. So this means that the app is already on my phone. If you see the open button, then it will automatically open the app. All right. So what can we learn about an app when we search for it, we want to download it, all that type of thing? So I'm going to search for an app that I already have on my phone, but for purposes of showing you what to expect. So we're going to search for Bard, even though
Stopping
it's
Braille
already on
screening.
here.
Bard Mobile. Books. 3 3/4 stars. 176 ratings. Button.
Only 3.5 stars? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's swipe to the right.
Open. Button.
So in my case, it's an open button because I already have the app on my phone. But if you had not gotten this app before, it would be a get button.
Bard Mobile.
Okay, let's double tap.
Artwork. Bard. Search. Back button.
And I swipe back to the left to double tap on the link that says Bard Mobile. And now we can learn some details about the app.
Share. Button. Bard Mobile. Heading. Books. Open. Button. What's new? Button. Heading. 176 ratings. 3 ages. 4+ years. Button. Category. Books. Button. Developer. Library of Congress, button. Language, EN, plus one more, button. Size, 21.7 MB, button. Version 2.2.5, 4 mo ago. The newest version of Bard Mobile brings major improvements to performance, accessibility, and ease of use. 1. Bard Login Integration Bullet updated to the latest Bard Login System Bullet, a smoother, more accessible login experience bullet.
There's a lot more, but this app gives you a lot more detail than most apps that are just like security and bug fixes.
Preview, heading, iPhone, iPad.
Telling you what devices the app is made for.
Carry a library in your pocket, access tens of thousands of books, from current bestsellers to much-loved classics, popular magazines and music instruction and scores in audio and electronic braille, with new selections added daily. WHO is eligible. Bard Mobile is a service of NLS. NLS provides free audio and braille reading materials to residents of the U.S. and American citizens living abroad who cannot read regular print. If you are blind or have temporary or permanent low vision, or a physical or reading disability that prevents you from holding or reading the printed page, you may be eligible for this program.
We'll be here forever all day if we go through all that.
Library of Congress. Developer, button.
So it's telling us that the developer is the Library of Congress.
Ratings and reviews, button, heading.
Ratings and reviews.
3.8. 3 3/4 stars, 176 ratings. Review summary, users find the app convenient and accessible. They praise its extensive book collection and massive audiobook library. Reviewers also find the controls intuitive.
Okay, so that's a summary of all the reviews.
Automatically summarized from reviews. Most helpful reviews. Bard Mobile, 5 stars. Good morning Bard Mobile, NLS team. Willie says is here. I just recently downloaded the app to the Bard 2.0, and I love it.
So now we can see the user reviews here. If we do a heading navigation.
App privacy, button, heading.
We can look at app privacy.
The developer, Library of Congress, indicated that the app's privacy practices may include handling of data as described below. Data linked to you. Data not linked to you. Privacy accessibility, heading. The developer has not yet indicated which accessibility features this app supports. Learn more. Link.
So that's interesting, because a question came up about nutrition labels for accessibility, and this app does not seem to have one.
Information. Heading. Seller. Library. Size. 21. Category. Books.
And this is kind of a summary of the information we just went through.
More by Library of Congress. Button.
And then we can also see if the app developer has made anything else.
Aesop for children. Books. Get. Button. LOC collections. Photos, maps, films, and more. Button. Get. Button. You might also like. Button. Advertisement. Google Gemini.
Okay, so you know what?
Get. Aesop for get. But
these are free apps. So what if I want to get an app? Let's show you this process real quick. I'm going to double tap the get button.
Preparing to download. Alert. App. Use the lock button. Double click to install.
So because I have security on my phone, it's going to ask me for my Face ID. I'm going to double click my side button.
Process done.
And by the way, I will mention that's the same chime tone that you get with Apple Pay, but in this case, we're not paying anything. The app, by the way, now.
You might also add, you get, open, Aesop for open.
It already downloaded. Okay, that was pretty quick. Some apps take a little bit longer to download. The app will be on the final page of my phone screen by default. If I want to physically find it, I can, or I can open it from here.
LOC collections.
And go through all that, where it might ask me questions about notifications and all that type of thing. The last thing I want to show you regarding the App Store are updates. So let's go back to our Today tab. And even if you have automatic updates on, you can still look at what is pending. If you do not, then you still need to go to the same place to update your apps.
My account button.
So we want My Account.
My account.
And let's
Apple
take a look at what we have under here.
Illustration. Apple account. Close. Button. Herbert Allen. Account info, payments, and settings. Button. Game Center. Fuzzy 100-150. Subscriptions. Button. Apps and purchase history. Button. Updates. Button. Notifications. Button. Ratings and reviews. Button. Personalized recommendations. Button. $. Add money. Button.
So there's quite a lot here.
Redeem code button. Send gift button. Family settings button. App Store settings button.
Let's start at the top.
Subscriptions button.
I can take a look at in-app subscriptions here.
Apple account back button. Done button. Active. Head. Sort. App name. Apple Care Plus. Apple Music. Apple TV. iCloud Plus. Transmit. Yahtzee and Farkle. Dice World. Sound customization.
So these are the different app subscriptions that I have access to. So that's where you can go to see all the different things that you might be subscribed to or whatever.
Apps and purchase history button.
Okay, let's take a look at this next.
Your apps button. Chanel's apps button. Purchase history button.
So because I'm on a family plan, I can see both mine and Chanel's apps.
Purchase history button.
And I can also see my purchase history. So if I go
your apps button
to your apps,
your games, apps, and more, search field, Aesop for children, open button, cookie voice recipes, March 6th, 2026 button, open button.
I can see the apps that I have downloaded and it'll tell me when. And if I go to the bottom of the screen,
open, Dropbox, cloud storage backup, September 10th, 2010 button.
Dropbox was my very first application that I installed on my iPhone back on September 10th,
Actions
2010.
available.
It was a Thursday. I remember. Oh, we're not here to reminisce about our first iPhones.
Redownload button. Skype, September 10th, 2010 button. Wolf Cannot, September 10th, 2010 button. Open. Saro, formerly iBlink Radio.
Important to know that things like it does follow app name changes and things like that, because back when I downloaded this app, it was iBlink Radio back in 2010. So you can go through your entire app history.
Apps and purchases.
Let's
Your
go
apps,
back.
Button. Your apps. Chanel's apps. Button. Apple account. Back.
And then I could even see what apps Chanel's downloaded if I wanted to. I can also see my
updates,
purchase
apps,
history.
and
Let's take a quick
your
look at
apps,
that.
Purchase history. Purchase apps and try alert. Face ID.
And I have to show up my face for it to
App Store,
get into
apps
that
and
because it
purchases,
considers this a secure area.
Done. Button. Showing. Last 90 days. Name. Price. Or order ID. March 23rd, 2026. Heading level 2. One item. Total. $10.81. Apple Care Plus for iPhone 13 Pro. Price. $9.99. Button. March 6th, 2026. Heading level 2.
All right.
One item. Total. $11.90. Apple Music subscription.
So there you go. You can see the different items there.
Updates. Button.
Let's take a look at updates.
Update all. 5. Button.
So I can
Actions
update all
available.
my apps at once.
Upcoming automatic updates. Heading. ChatGPT. Today. Version 1. 2026.077. Bullet 162.4 MB. Button. Update. Button. Bug fixes and small improvements.
Bug fixes and small improvements.
Spotify. Mute. Update. We are always making changes and improvements to Spotify.
So I can hit the update button, or I can also just go back
update
up
all.
to here.
Update all. Update all.
And
5.
update
Dimmed.
all. And now they will update automatically. And
Yahtzee. Preparing. Critical forum fix. More content available. CVS Health. Yes.
that's how that works. Okay.
Apple account. Back.
Is there anything
Updates.
else that I need to show you in the Apple App Store?
Ratings and notification updates button. Notifications button. In progress. In progress. New features and updates. Switch button on. Recommendations and offers. Switch button on. Off. Apple associates your notifications viewing and interaction data with your Apple ID.
Okay, so
Notifications.
I turned one of those off.
Ratings and reviews button.
Here you can see
Rating,
where
Apple
you've
account,
rated and
back
reviewed
button.
things.
Ratings and edit button. Vertical scroll. Edit. Ratings and reviews. Heading. Edit button.
And I haven't done much here,
Rating,
so I'm
Apple
not going to go
account,
into that. But
ratings and rating. Personalized recommendations button.
you can do personalized recommendations. I've not really done anything with this.
$. Add money button.
And if you want to add money to your Apple account, then you can do that here.
Redeem code button.
Same if you have a gift card you want to redeem.
Send gift button. Family settings button. App Store settings button.
And that's it for the account screen on the App Store. A couple of things I forgot to mention in the subscriptions part of the My Account settings. You can adjust whether you get email receipts of your subscriptions or not. Also, in some of the screens, you will see both a back button and a close button. Unless you are wanting to go completely out of My Account, you will want to hit the back button, not the close button.
Magic.
All right, Herbie, another awesome app demo. So cool, so cool. Before we unmute everybody, I was just going to mention iBUG's going to be coming out with an app, and it'll have in-app purchases for 99 cents. We will be entered in a drawing to have dinner with the president. We'll be doing that once a quarter, so that's something to look forward to in the future. All right. Now we're going to unmute everyone. Somewhere is the unmute. And we'll take questions for the App Store with Herbie.
Arlene.
Go ahead.
Hi, Herbie.
Yep, hello. And Pat, you're in the queue. So anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Herbie, when you were going through your apps, you had one that said something about iPhone 13, and I was curious if that was an app that told you about using your phone and if they have apps for all the phones.
Okay, so a funny story about that one, because what that was is I was still paying for the Apple Care Plus for my iPhone 13, which I didn't realize until going through my subscriptions yesterday. And I should have demoed how to cancel, what I did to cancel it, actually. I didn't even think about that, but that would have tacked on to the already long demo. So it was actually thanks to that demo that I need to go in and cancel it. I was like, oh, iPhone 13. I don't have that anymore because I've now upgraded our phones. So that's what that was for. That was for Apple Care Plus. But it shows up in the because it lumps all the subscriptions thing. So this is where it gets interesting with Apple, is some things can be universally integrated. So like subscriptions, if you purchase it through Apple, then they're all going to appear in one spot. So even though it wasn't an app per se, because I got it through Apple, it still showed up in that subscriptions area. Does that make sense?
So it wasn't something that told you about how to use the phone?
No.
Oh.
That will be the upcoming iBUG Today app where, you get dinner with the president once a quarter, apparently. And I'm sure there might be some useful things on there, such as, my iPhone demos, at least. I don't know about everybody else. No, just kidding. Well, if we're going to have perks with dinner with the president, how about, bundles where you can purchase some of your favorite iBUG demos, Anyway, but we have this, if you want to learn more about how to use your iPhone, we've got things such as the Monday night call, where you can come to the iBUG Buzz from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time. The iBUG mentoring demo, mentee thing. You can find out more today by using your phone to go to ibugtoday.org. And, yeah.
Okay, I just thought
if I do any more advertising, then I'll have to talk to the president and vice president about getting paid for these ads. So,
I see. I just thought maybe it was an app I could put on my phone and under my pillow at night and learn through osmosis or something. But thank you very much.
That would be totally. Hey, if you figure out how to make such an app, you definitely would have make a killing. That's for sure.
Thank
you. All right,
you,
Pat.
Great presentation today. I did learn a couple things, which I'm pretty good with the App Store. But thank you for a very thorough presentation. And just a tip, there is information about using your phone if you use VoiceOver under accessibility, they do have demos for VoiceOver where you can go through and hear different things. So check out your settings.
I should have done my iPod's Max as a Hypmo headphones thing, because then you could listen to those recordings at night while wearing your AirPods, and then they'll put you to sleep, and you'll hear the demos in your dreams. And we might be onto something here. All right, thank you, Pat. Who's next?
Kristen?
Yes, Kristen.
Thanks for the great demo. I was wondering, is there a feature within the App Store itself to be able to do searches for accessibility features such that, the app is rated itself to be accessible for the blind or visually impaired?
Ooh, that is a fantabulous question. Okay, who's next? No, just kidding. The answer is not to my knowledge. However, one thing you can always try is applevis.com. And if anybody's tested the app, then it'll have that type of information on there, as well as, like their opinion, views, and stuff like that. But I don't think, and if somebody knows something different, then definitely speak up. But to my knowledge, there is no way to do a direct search within the App Store for accessibility labels or anything like that.
Randy.
Yes.
I don't know if you can search through the App Store, but if there's an app you're interested in, you go all the way down near the bottom of the app information when you double tap on the title of the app that you found, and there should be. Last year, Apple kind of instituted these nutrition labels for how accessible an app that developers should be putting this information in their information. But if there is such information, it'd be all the way down at the bottom of the information about the app, under
Right.
accessibility.
Right, but the question was more about searching for that, and because I demoed, I even showed how Bard doesn't actually have an accessibility label. So, and even then, even if there was a way to search, how reliable the information would be, results may vary. I wonder if you could ask ChatGPT, for instance, what do people say about the accessibility of the iBUG Today app? I don't know. I actually thought, and it's funny, I actually thought about joking yesterday about the iBUG app. I'm actually saying, let's search for the iBUG app, but anyway.
This is Jody.
Yep, Jody.
Thank you so much. I didn't realize all those things were in the app settings under settings, because there's nothing more frustrating than when you're trying to travel and you're using the Soundscape app and you're in a rush, and then it brings up the ratings prompt, and I'm like, I'm going to go turn that off right away. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, Michael.
Yes.
I guess related to, the accessibility. That's one thing. When you get an app and you notice it's very accessible, you can provide a review, and those will go into the reviews of the app, and people can see those reviews and get an idea.
All right.
You can search reviews for accessibility, etc. Get some clues on that.
So my question for you, Michael, with this upcoming iBUG app with the Dinner for the President, so how's this going to work for people outside of Houston? Like, do you come to them, or do they come to you? And if they come to you, do they have to pay the expense? How is this going to work exactly,
All expense paid trip to an undisclosed location.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Great demos to everybody. Herbie, Randy, you guys did an awesome job today, and really appreciate that. Let's see. Want to thank, in addition to Herbie and Randy, my co-host, Sandhya, Sandhya, do you have any final words you'd like to share with anybody? Sound like Sandhya decided to take a break.
It was a pleasure being here today. Thank you.
All right, work on that little voice, and you two can do the introduction. And most of all, want to thank all of you amazing people that have joined us today. We know you guys are so busy, and taking a couple of hours out of your Saturday afternoon to join us. We appreciate you most of all. We wouldn't be doing this without you. So glad to have you here. Hope you'll come back again. Don't forget, this next week, we've got Monday Night iBUG Buzz, our 2-hour iOS Q&A help session. Tuesday, 5 p.m., a 1-hour iOS. What?
Fifth Monday. Tuesday.
Oh, fifth Tuesday. We don't have any mini buzz or Mac buzz. Sorry about that. Good question or good catch on that. Let's see. Wednesday, we don't have anything special yet, but one thing I forgot to mention during my announcements, or maybe Apple News, was anybody know what Wednesday is? April 1st, 2026. It is
going to launch Artemis.
Oh, yeah, that too. I didn't think about that one. But it is the 50th anniversary of Apple. Apple Inc. was formed came into being 50 years ago on April 1st. So we may do some special celebration in honor of that Wednesday evening. So that's open evenings. Look for more info on that. Thursday, Tricky Talk. And Friday is our regular iBUG night at the virtual movies with an audio described movie. Every week, different movies. We've never shown the same movie twice, except for during the holidays. We show, what is that?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Good call. All right. I think that's all. And just a reminder, yes, we're still doing the iBUG $500 gift card giveaway, our drawing for that. Check out our website, ibugtoday.org, front page for all the details on that giveaway. That'll be actually given away at our 15th anniversary in May. May 23rd is when that drawing is going to be. So you still got plenty of time to get your entries in for that. So appreciate all you guys. So with that, I'm going to end the recording.